What's going on, guys? My name is Josh with Debt to Dollars, and today I want to share with you guys my product research technique that I use to find profitable Amazon products. Now, I've been using this product research technique for a little over 3 years now, and is my main source, my main way that I find products to sell on Amazon. So I'm excited to be sharing it with you guys today. You can go ahead, replicate this process, find products that are profitable, and then you can go ahead and become successful selling on Amazon. So let's head over to the computer and we can get started and see what we can find. Okay, so today we are going to be using Jungle Scout. For those of you who are unfamiliar with Jungle Scout, it is a software platform that allows you to really tap into all the back-end data on Amazon, and then it allows you to analyze it based on filters, and there's a bunch of other tools that are extremely useful if you're looking to sell on Amazon in the long term. So today we're going to be using Jungle Scout. I also use Helium 10 and some other softwares to analyze the products, but I think this is the most beginner-friendly software, and it's also one of the cheapest softwares that you can go ahead and purchase a license for. So let's head over to Jungle Scout here. This is the Opportunity Finder. The Opportunity Finder allows you to search all the product categories based on your filters and find a strong niche. Now, a strong niche is something that is based on competition. It's based on the demand for that product. There's a lot of different factors that go into it, but you really want to find a product category that has a strong niche. That way you can sell that product there in the long term, and you know that there's going to be demand and little to no competition. So we're going to go to the first thing that I always start out with is the marketplace. So as you can see, Jungle Scout does provide data not just for the United States marketplace, but also many other marketplaces. Since we're located here in the United States, I'll select that, and then I'm going to go down below here where it says select one or multiple categories. These are the Amazon product categories. This is really just asking what type of products do you want to sell in what categories. Now, I prefer not to select all of them here. I like to go to the product categories that I really enjoy selling in, that I know are lightweight products, they're durable, and you don't have to really worry a whole lot about customer returns. Electronics is one that I always stay away from. So I usually go ahead and click Home and Kitchen, Kitchen and Dining, Office Products, Sports and Outdoors, Tools and Home Improvement, Toys and Games. And I'll come to the left side here, and I'm working a little bit backwards. The other one that I select here is the Health and Household. So when I click Search down the bottom right-hand corner here, it's only going to be searching the product categories that I have checked. Now, there's some other filters here on the upper right-hand corner, and I do recommend filling some of them out, especially once you start to see what products are profitable based on the trends that you're seeing. So I always skip the average monthly units sold here, and I'll go down to the bottom one, which is monthly search volume. Now, this is the number of times that this keyword has been searched in the last 30 days. So I at least like to put 100% for the minimum, and then the maximum I just leave as is. And then, as you recall, I did mention that this is really just searching for a strong niche. Now, a niche is based on, again, your competition, your demand, the quality of existing listings, and it's a score from a 0 to a 10. I prefer only to sell products that are 7 or higher, and you'll end up seeing that later on. We'll come back to that, why that is. And the max is going to be 10. You can just leave that blank or put that in there. Average monthly price. Now, I don't necessarily have a minimum price that I'm willing or willing not to sell, so I will go to the max. There is a max price that I typically don't go beyond, and that's about $49.99. Anything after that price, at least what I've discovered, is typically a very heavyweight product, or it's typically an electronic. And those are two things that I tend to stay away from. The last thing here is your 30-day and your 90-day search volume trend. I usually only look at the 30-day trend here for this filter and not the 90-day trend, and that's because I'm really looking for a product that is increasing in volume and demand in that short duration, the 30-day duration. If I look at the 90, it might be too late as a seller to enter the market because there's already enough existing competition, and it's very difficult for a product that's been in demand for so long. So I want to catch something that is just starting to increase in demand. And so what I like to do here is I usually put 100%, similar to the keyword search volume. That's the minimum amount of trend that I want to see. So that means in the last 30 days, the search volume trend for this specific keyword has increased by 100%, which shows you that there's incoming demand, right? This middle section here is your competition. I look for a product that has very low to low competition, and then I do not like to sell seasonal products, so I'll also put that as very low to low. You can also go ahead in here and include your keywords, or you can exclude keywords. There isn't anything specific that I'm looking for right now. However, if I was looking for shoe ice grips or shoe grips for the winter months, I might put in here ice grips, or I might put in shoe grips, something that I'm specifically looking for, and then I would find that strong product niche and base my listing off of that. But for now, we'll leave that empty, and then also the bottom here, exclude top brands. We don't want those outliers like Nike, Apple, Adidas, if you're searching for clothing, to really skew the data that you're going to be looking at. Now once you click search, it's going to take you to the bottom section here. This bottom section is actually your search results. This is all the product data that you're going to be taking a look at to make your decision if this is a product niche that you want to be selling in. So first column is your niche and goes through your category for that product. Then a bunch of other statistics here that will be definitely useful. As you can see here, our 30-day search trend, we want that to be above 100% as it is. Then you have your competition and then your score here, which is very valuable to filter. That's usually what I do, is I filter from the highest score, 10 being the strongest niche, and then 7 is going to be the lowest, since that's what we're filtering off of. So at this point, what I like to do is I like to look at the search trend. That's really what I'm concerned about here. Now, if I see something that is increasing in the last 30 days, however, it's been decreasing in the last 90 days, it's not really a product that I want to be focusing my attention on. What I'm looking for are 2 strong numbers, and I'm really looking for a higher number for the 30-day search trend versus the 90-day. And that just tells me that it's increasing in more demand in the recent month versus the last 3 months. So for this one right here, this is backwards from what I'm looking at. This tells me that it's been in demand for a while. However, this is 479%, and that is far above the 100% minimum that I usually set for myself. I take a look at this. So what I'll do is I'll click this, and this will show me some more data. What this is showing me is the average number of units sold in the last year, 2 years, 6 months, or 3 months. And I could take a look at that trend. So you can quickly look at this graph. You can see that it's trending up, and it's pretty consistent over the last 6 months here. Then you can take a look at the average price. Gives you an idea of what the prices are currently on the market. It's usually good to see an increase in price. That way you can price yours higher or relatively around the same amount. And hopefully those fees aren't increasing at the same rate. Okay, then I'll take a look at search volume. This shows me that there's been a lot of search volume for whatever reason in the last month or so. So this is up from December, we're looking at 655 exact searches to 6,188 just last week. That's pretty insane. So this tells me there is a lot of demand that is incoming for this product, and I may have an opportunity to get ahead of the curve. Okay, so I will take a look at this product, and it's pretty easy to do on Jungle Scout. You just have to click this Amazon logo here to search on Amazon, and it's going to search in the marketplace. So if you are searching for Amazon UK, this will be the Amazon UK, and you can take a look at that marketplace specific data. So these look like they're these fidget toys, and they're called, I guess they're called Dimple. Yeah, Dimple here. So these are Dimple toys. And so I'll take a look at what's on the market right now. It looks like there's a lot of similar ones. It looks like this one's the most popular, and a lot of different product listings for that specific product. Now, I guarantee if we went on Alibaba, we could easily find this product, and then we can easily crunch the numbers if this is something that we'd be interested in selling. I always like products like this. These products are great because they're easy to ship, they're lightweight, and it's very seldom that you're going to get a customer return because it's so cheap that if it breaks, think of the psychology behind the consumer. They're not going to return this single fidget toy that was $10. And more than likely, they're just going to either throw it out if it's defective, or they'll just end up keeping it and using it as is. Now, it doesn't mean that you should go ahead and get a defective product. Obviously, you need quality behind your products, but it's something you should consider. Now, with Jungle Scout, you can get this extension. This is a great tool to use. And what it's going to tell you is going to tell you a lot of statistics for this specific product that are all on this first listing page. It's going to show you the average monthly sales, the average sales rank, the average price for one of these units, the average number of reviews, which you want it to be low if you're looking for a product that has less competition. And then most importantly here is your opportunity score. This is great for beginners who aren't really looking to analyze all this data and make that decision for themselves. What they're looking for is an easy to read score out of 10 that tells you exactly what the opportunity is looking like if it is going to be a good product. Now, this is an 8 out of 10 score, which is shown up here. That is great, and very rarely you'll find a product that has a 9 or 10 opportunity score. I've only ever once found a product that had a 9. Usually a good product that you should be selling is between a 7 and 8. And so this shows me that this product has high demand, as we saw with the volume trend, and it also has low competition, which Jungle Scout is analyzing for us based off the average number of reviews in all these product listings. So now what I'll do is I'll take a look at the monthly revenue. And since I am a more experienced seller, I do believe that I can reach some of these numbers with the higher ones, especially using FBA and keeping your inventory stocked up. Now you need to be careful here because you will see that there is sometimes some discrepancies in the data, and this isn't something that is necessarily easy to see with the naked eye unless you've been doing this for some time. So what piques my interest and what looks odd to me are these two products here that have a monthly revenue of about $45,000 to $50,000, which is insanely high. And the date that they were first available was actually 1 to 2 weeks ago. So I think I know the reason why this is happening. What we'll do is we'll click the product listing. And the reason why I believe this is happening is because it was just posted about 1 to 2 weeks ago. And I guarantee that Jungle Scout just had a short amount of data to work with, and they basically just extrapolated what that data would look like at a monthly sale and a monthly revenue level. So if we go over to the daily sales here, as you can see, they just listed this on the 28th. So right around here, and they made a sell that day. And then as you can see, within that first week, they exponentially sold a lot of products. So what's happening here is Jungle Scout only has about 1 to 2 weeks worth of data. And based on that short amount of time, they just extrapolated it into what it would be at a monthly level. So this is still a great product listing. This doesn't concern me anymore that it only has 2 reviews because they only have about 1 to 2 weeks of sales. And this just goes to show you the power of actually using software like this to find a product that's in high demand, low competition, and then also using that search volume trend to predict a lot of the sales that will be coming immediately once you post your listing. Just like this person, I guarantee about 2 or 3 weeks ago, they probably saw the search volume trend increasing. They went to their supplier, they had some of these made, and then they posted it to FBA, and look what happened within that first 2 weeks. You know, I guarantee they're going to be selling out here in the next week or so, and they're going to put it in a repeat order. So I think this is realistic, this $45,000 for what they're seeing in their monthly revenue. And this is something that we could probably estimate our monthly revenue looking like. Now, it's important to note that this is not your profit. Just because you have $45,000 in revenue, you may actually have $40,000 in costs and fees, and then ultimately you're only left with about $5,000 to $6,000 in profit in what you're taking home. So don't let these numbers fool you. I know a lot of people like to say that they have a 6-figure business or that they're selling a lot, but then you look at their expenses and their fees, and they're only netting out maybe $10,000 a year, which isn't a good business model. So the last thing I'll do here before I start looking into finding a supplier for this product, I'll go over to the net here. Unfortunately, since there isn't enough data, since these listings were just created, they don't have enough data on the fees, but we'll go ahead to this listing here. So this is saying that their fees are $4.10. And it's really cool once you click it, you can actually go into this FBA Profit Calculator without actually having to go to Amazon's website and do their FBA calculator, which takes a couple minutes to actually do for each product. Now this is the product price at $13.80. Let's list this at $13.54 to give us an idea of what we could expect. And I pulled this $13.54 from the average sales price up here. The fulfillment fee, about $3. The referral fee is 15% of your product price, $2.71 here. So your total FBA fee is going to be $602, and then our net would be $752. Now, Jungle Scout does not automatically populate what the product would cost you. So I would go ahead, I'd go to my supplier and ask them how much they can actually create this product for. Now, I envision for a product like this, I guarantee you could get one unit for about $1.50, which also includes shipping from China to the United States to the fulfillment centers. So once we do $1.50 as an estimate, we can go ahead and calculate our profit. Our profit is $6.02. Now, what we can do here is pull up our calculator to calculate the profit margin. So if we're going to keep $6.02 out of our $13.54 price, we're looking at a 44% profit margin, close to 45%, which is an ideal product. Anytime I do product research, I make sure that the profit margin is going to be above 35%, so I know it's going to be profitable even if you use some of that percentage for advertising. A 45% profit margin is ideal, and I would love to sell a product like this, and I am actually going to because this is a great opportunity as we're seeing here. All right, how crazy was that? Just in a short amount of time, we were able to find such a profitable product with high revenue, a product that was in high demand and low competition, and it really doesn't get much better than that. Now what I would do at this point, I would go ahead, I would find a supplier, I would calculate how many fees I'd be looking at with FBA, the Amazon referral fees, the inventory fees, and everything included with the cost of goods. I would then go ahead, I would figure out my profit margin, and then I would decide for myself if this was an opportunity that I want to go ahead and pursue. Now I want to let you guys know, I do provide my service on Fiverr. It's a freelancing platform which you guys can go ahead, you can sign up, pay a small amount of costs, and I can go ahead and do that research for you. There's a lot of stuff that I don't show you guys that takes 8 to 12 hours, honestly, to really go into understanding if this is gonna be a profitable product in the long term. So if you guys are interested in that and you want me to do that for you, feel free to go down in the description below, find the link for the Fiverr, and you can go and check out my page. Once you're there, you can sign up for 1 product, 2 products, whatever you wanna look at, just let me know. All right, guys, I look forward to working with you and see you guys in the next video.